When you wake up in the morning and go to your window, what do you expect to see? Most likely a little glow of dawn on the horizon to let you know that it's morning. But that doesn't happen very often in Anchorage, especially in the wintertime. Anchorage is not 100% awful. I should know, I grew up there my whole life. But I grew up with a lot of really dark mornings. A lot of really dark winters. There's a lot of negative aspects of living in Anchorage as well, and I like to talk about those. Three of those big things would be the seasons, or the lack of seasons, the cost of living, and the rate of crime. If we want to talk about seasons, we need to talk about winter first. Winter is very dark, and oftentimes it can get depressing. I myself have seasonal depression, and I actually do have to take vitamin D supplements to get that vitamin D that I am not getting from the sun. The winter also brings the cold, obviously. That's what Alaska is known for. But a lot of people don't know that kids in Alaska actually have recess until it's 20 below or colder. Imagine sending your kid outside to play at 20 degrees below zero. Then we gotta talk about the summertime, or I should say construction time, because construction workers can't really get anything done with snow on the ground, so in those short months that they can get things done, they utilize that time very well, actually. But it is frustrating for those of us that are trying to drive around on the roads that they're working on. And then we need to talk about the spring. So the spring is when the ice and the snow start to melt and give way to all of the trash that people have left below in the summertime. It gets really stinky in the spring, but it also gives way for a competition between a lot of elementary school kids in Anchorage. It's called a citywide cleanup, and depending on how many bags of trash you can get prizes, which is really fun, but it's also really sad when you think about it, when you have to get a lot of little kids picking up trash because we left it there the season before. The next thing we need to talk about is cost of living. So, on Expation.com, you can draw comparisons between different places to rent an apartment. And to rent an apartment that is 900 square feet in Idaho, because I now live here in Idaho, and to rent an apartment in Anchorage that is 450 square feet, which is about half of what you could get in Idaho, they're the same price. Both unfurnished. So it's very difficult to find a place that's good to live for as cheap as you could get it in other places. If we're going to talk about cost of living, we also have to talk about ordering products off of line. A lot of the time when you order products online and you input your zip code as living in Alaska, they will add on a shipping cost that is oftentimes comparable to the cost of the actual item that you're ordering. So you're paying double for this item when you live in the United States. It just costs more to get that item to you. And the last thing that we need to talk about is crime. I grew up in Anchorage, and it wasn't as big of a problem when I was a kid as it is now. It's just increasing. And I draw that parallel between the rate of pornography and the rate of crime. The rate of pornography is that Alaska is number 2 actually in the entire country for pornography use. And I draw a very strong correlation between crime and pornography. If you're going on Anchorage Daily News on their website, a lot of the stories are about crime. And I went on to LexisNexis, which is a community crime map of Anchorage. And I'm going to show you this map, but I want you to keep in mind that this is only a 0.5 mile radius from Anchorage city center. And this is only in the last month. So this is all of the crime that has gone on in the last month. All of the little cars are people stealing other people's cars. Little money bags are people are theft. The little fists are people abuse, people getting in fights. The little houses are homes that have been broken into. And this doesn't even cover sexual crimes either. So add a few more sexual crimes on this map and you've got yourself a real nice crime map. Nice is not the right word. I guess my point is, if you're looking for a place to live, look closer into the culture and into the environment of where you're going to live. And if you're considering living in Anchorage, make sure you do your research. Make sure you figure out if that place is the best place for you and your family. Make sure that is the right move. And if you do all of your research and you find that it is the place for you, I wish you luck. But keep these things in mind as you do go forward and figure out where you want to live and where you want to settle. Thank you.